Okay, let us wait for another 2 to 3 minutes. As of now, 42 have joined. The class strength is 60. Is it audible? I can put it on the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, ma. Fine. And my screen is visible, no? Okay, are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
able to read it?
No, ma'am.
No. I have written on a paper. Just pin that window to your screen. Just select that window. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see what I have written on the paper? Can anyone read it?
Drag the paper a little bit down, ma'am.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, okay, ma'am.
Is it visible? Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Just I am going to solve problem today based upon the two coding techniques, that is your error coding schemes. That is entropy coding, that is one is Shannon-Fano coding, another one is Huffman coding. Hope you have seen the video lectures related to that topic, the Moodle. Okay, I have given assignment in the DMS and I have asked a quiz in that also. I asked you to find the mutual entropy and all. Now we'll see the Shannon-Fano coding technique, how to get the code and how to calculate the entropy for that particular code word being created, and we are going to find the efficiency of the code. One of the efficient coding technique is going to be a Shannon-Fano coding. So we are going to see what is the efficiency of the Shannon-Fano coding, and also we are going to find how much is the redundancy in the bit being transmitted. So here the method is going to be the transmission partition method. Already you have gone through the video lecture, and Madam Bindu ma'am have discussed upon the steps involved in the Shannon-Fano coding technique. Now today we will solve a problem. So let us consider 6 symbols. Okay, let us consider 6 symbols. Let the symbols be designated as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. Okay, let there be 6 symbols. Let the symbols be x1, x2, x3 up to x6. And the probabilities of these symbols are given as 0.3, 0.25, 0.2, 0.12, 0.08, 0.05. So these are the probabilities given. So what you are supposed to do is, you are asked to find the entropy and calculate the efficiency of this Shannon-Fano coding method. So to start with, let us write the first designation of the symbols: x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. So these are the symbols, and the corresponding probabilities are 0.3, 0.25, 0.2, 0.12, 0.08 and 0.05. So these are the probabilities of the symbols given in the problem. So what is the first step you are supposed to do? As for the Shannon's coding is, step 1, you have to partition the probabilities in such a way that it is going to get formed into 2 sets which are close to equiprobable. If possible, both may be of equal probable, or you have to see whether it is close to equiprobable. So let us see these probabilities: 0.3, 0.25, 0.2, 0.12, 0.08, and 0.5. So how you can partition these into two sets? So first you take these two probabilities, first two probabilities, one is 0.3, one is 0.25. Adding this, it will be 0.55. Coming to the probabilities, four probabilities below, this will be 0.32, this is together 0.08, 0.4, 0.45. So above one is 0.55, below one is 0.45. So almost they are equiprobable. So I am splitting this into two sets. One set is above with two probabilities, and below set is going to have four probabilities. This is the first step. So what you have to do is assign 0 for the upper set and 1 for the lower set. So this is the first step. So what you have to do is check the probabilities. Just try to split it into two equal parts in such a way that they are close to two equal probabilities. So we have seen the first two is 0.55 and the second half is 0.45. So almost they are equal probable. So split that into two partition. The above partition assign 0 as the code word, and the below partition you assign 1 as the code word. The next step is step 2. What you are supposed to do is further divide this into halves. So what you are supposed to do is this can be splitted into two halves. One is 0.3, another one is 0.25, almost equiprobable. So assign 0 to the above one and 1 to the below one. Okay. Divide this into two sets, 0 and 1. Coming to the below probability, there are four probabilities now. Try to split this into two parts, two sets in such a way that they are equiprobable. So how you can do that? One is 0.2 and you add this 0.1, 2 plus 0.8 will be 0.2, 0.205. So this is going to be 0.205 and the above one is 0.2. So you are splitting this into two. This four probabilities are partitioned into two sets such a way that you assign 0 to the above one and 111 to the below. Step 3. So these further partition is not possible. Here also there is no further partition possible. Now come to the last three set of probabilities. What is a partition possible? So this is 0.12 and this, if you add, this will be 0.13. So this can be splitted into two sets. So above set is 0 and below set is 1, 1. Hope you understand how I am proceeding. You split this into partitions. You have any doubt in splitting the partition? You can put it on the chat box or you can unmute yourself. Shall I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So next. So further this X4, the fourth symbol, partition is not possible. So leave it, keep it as such. Coming to the below two probabilities, one is 0.08 and one is 0.05. So split this into two further. So above is 0 and below is 1. So this is going to be your step 4. So step 4, you have split it up. Further, there is no probability symbols available. So stop with this. So how you can form the code word, you see. So this is your code. So what the code says is, the first X1 has got a probability of 0.3. The code word for this probability is 0, 0. Second probability, it is 0, 1. Third probability, it is 1, 0. Fourth symbol, X4, the probability is, sorry, not probability. Probability is 1, 2 and the code is 1, 1, 0. For the fifth symbol, the code set is 1, 1, 1, 0. And for the sixth symbol, the code set is 1, 1, 1, 1. Hope you understood how you have got the code word for each and every symbols X1, X2, X3 and X4. Okay. So next step is to find the length of the probability, L. So what is the length? Length here refers to the number of bits present in the code word. So here there are two bits, 0, 0. So the code length for this symbol is 2. Here once again it is 2. For the third symbol also it is 2. Fourth symbol it is 3. Fifth one it is 4. And for the last symbol, sixth symbol also it is 4. So this is how you calculate the length of the code word, each and every code word. Number of bits present in the code refers to the length of the code. And how you form the code? By means of partition. How you partition? You have to give equiprobable between the two sets available and assign 0 to the upper partition and 1 to the lower partition. So the partition has to be proceeded till there is no further partition possible. So start with that. Assign the code word. Just write the bits available in the straight line behind near your probability. Write the code words. Then write the length of the code. So this is how you form the length of the code. So what is the next step is you have to find the average length L bar. So how you calculate the average length is it is summation of I is equal to 1 to 6. Here that has got 6 symbols. So I is equal to 1 to 6. Probability of xi into the number of bits in each and every symbol. That is your L value. So this L can be also represented as n of I. Okay. So this L is nothing but number of bits in the code word. So it is Ni, it is 2. So what you are supposed to do is multiply each and every probability values with the n value. So that is 0.3 into 2 plus 0.25 into 2 plus 0.2 into 2 plus 0.12 into 3 plus 0.08 into 4 plus 0.05 into 4. So this is how you can calculate the average length of the probability. So the average length of the probability is just multiply each and every probability with the number of code words. 0.3 code length is 2. Okay. 0.25 code length is 2. 0.1, 0.2 code length is 2. Just multiply the probability and get the summation of it. So this length comes to 2.38 bits per symbol. So this is the average length of the code word for the 6 symbols being transmitted. Next, we will find what is the entropy of this x value. Entropy is once again summation I is equal to 1 to 6. Probability of xi into log to the base 2 of 1 by probability of xi. This you know very well. Or in other words, it is summation I is equal to 1 to 6. Probability of xi log to the base 10 of this value, probability of xi divided by log of 2. Okay. So this is the formula for calculating your entropy. So first probability into log to the base 2 of inverse of the first probability plus second probability 0.25. 0.25 into log to the base 2 of 1 by 2, 0.25 plus 0.2 into log to the base 2 of 1 by 0.2. So like that you have to substitute all the 6 probability values in this formula and calculate the entropy value. So the entropy value comes to 2.36. So it is also bits per symbol. Okay, you can even write it as BPS, bits per symbol. Fine. So what you are supposed to find is you are supposed to find the efficiency of the Shannon-Fano coding theorem. Efficiency is denoted as eta. So this is efficiency, which is nothing but the entropy value divided by the average length. So the entropy is 2.36. Average length is 2.38. So this comes to 0.99. In terms of percentage, if you are ready to give, entropy is going to be 99%. Coming to find the redundancy value. Suppose if they ask to find what is the redundancy of such a code. Redundancy is denoted as gamma, which is 1 minus the efficiency value. So this is 1 minus 0.99. So it is 0.01. So this is your efficiency of your system. Hope you understood how to solve the Shannon-Fano coding technique.
Partition doubt.
Partition. Okay. Partition is you will be given with set of probabilities. Okay. It can be of any number, 4 or 5 or 6 symbols. Any symbols it can be. So first thing is write the given probabilities in the descending order. Okay. In this problem, I have already given in the descending order. So normal procedure is whatever may be the probability given, write it in the descending order. So after writing in the descending order, you have to add it in such a way that you are going to divide this into 2 halves. Okay, 2 halves in the sense, almost you are going to divide that into 2 equal parts. Suppose you are given with an apple. You are going to divide that into 2 halves, means you will be cutting at the center. Okay, almost sometimes it may go either side. It can be some amount can be extended, some weight can be increased. Say for having 100 grams of apple, if you are about to partition that, it should be 50-50. It may be some 55 or 52, other may go for 48. Okay, so this is called as equiprobable. Almost equiprobable, you have to divide this or partition it. So these are the set of probabilities. You add the set of probabilities. Okay, so first you just for example, you can start with any number. So take the first 2, it is 0.55 if you add these 2. And take the remaining 4, 0.2, 0.32, then 0.4, 0.45. Okay, so this half is 0.45 and this half is 0.55. Okay, am I right? Or else even you can do like this. If you add this, what will happen? The above, what will happen? Or first 3, if you add, what will happen? Can you tell the total?
0.75.
0.75 is the above half if you add the first 3 probabilities. And coming to the below part, if you add the 3 remaining probabilities, what is the answer?
0.25.
Point?
0.25.
0.25 or 35? This is 0.25. Okay. Now you take these values. Now you compare the first thing you added the first 2 probabilities and the last 4 probabilities. It was, is it visible? Okay. First 2 probabilities gave 0.55. Last 4 probabilities gave you on addition 0.45. But if you partition like this, equal half, above 3 and below 3, what happens? 0.75 and 0.25. Now you see the closest approximity between the first addition and the second set of addition. First addition, it is 0.55 and 0.45. The difference was only 0.1. Am I right? Whereas in the second case, what happened? The difference is 0.5. Can you able to get me? Is there any issue?
No, ma'am.
So what I have done is, since this probability difference is going to be high, when I take the first 3 and add and the second half and add to form 2 sets, I go for the closest approximity of equiprobability. That is, one is 0.55, another one is 0.45. So I partition like this. So first partition is the first two sets is in one set and the remaining four symbols are in another set. So the first partition has led to assigning of the symbols. The above partition is 0, 0. For both you assign 0, 0. For the below you assign 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So this is the first step. And coming to the second step, now you have got two sets. Now you have to partition within the set. So in this first set, you have got only two symbols. One is 0.3 and one is 0.25. So assign 0 for 0.3 and assign 1 for 0.25. Okay, that is over. So further, no partition is possible. So leave the first two symbols. Come to the below four symbols. So in your below four symbols, what is the possibility? Now, I can divide this into two halves. Am I right? X3, X4 and X5, X6. Now you add these two and see what happens. What is X3 plus X4?
0.32.
Okay, this is 0.32. What is this one?
0.13.
0.13. If now I have a example, with an example I am explaining this. If you go for equally dividing this into two symbols, the probability is 0.32 and 0.13. Now you get into the other level of partitioning this. First is 0.2, leave it. Remaining you add X4, X5 and X6.
0.25.
Now you get 0.25. The above one is 0.2 and adding these three is 0.25. Instead of partitioning that into 0.32 and 0.13, where the probability difference is going to be very, very high, I partition over here. Can you get me how the next partition is done now? So this we call it as closest equiprobabilities possible. Okay. Check for the closest equiprobability possibility. So this is 0.2 and remaining is 0.25. Now it's okay. Now I am going to set the partition. So 0.2 is assigned with 0. The remaining partitions are assigned with 1, 1, 1. Okay. So further there is no possibility for the partition over here because there is only one symbol existing. And come to the third step. You have got three symbols. Further you can partition that. How you are going to partition it? One is 0.12. And this if you add it is 0.13. So one is 0.12 and one is 0.13. So the difference is 0.01 only. So almost they are equiprobable. So I am splitting this into these two halves. So assign 0 over here and 1, 1 over here. Further, no partition is possible here in this case. So only the last two probabilities X5 and X6 symbols are available. Just you split that into two and assign 0 for the above one and 1 for the below. Is it clear now? Hope you understood what is partitioning. How to partition the probabilities based upon the equiprobable value.
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Tell me.
Ma'am, we should always use 0 for the above values, ma'am.
Yeah. One first binary value to be assigned is 0. Then only you have to assign the binary symbol 1. Always 0 followed by 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Is it clear now? So this is your Shannon-Fano method. Shannon-Fano method follows the partitioning of the probabilities and assigning the code word. So this is how you go for the partitioning. Assign the code word. So the code word is 0, 0. The first probability is 0.3. So for the first symbol x1, it is 0, 0. x2, it is 0, 1. x3, it is 1, 0. x4, it is 1, 1, 0. So write accordingly, it is 1, 1, 0. Next one is 1, 1, 1, 0. and the last symbol is 111. So this is the code word for each and every symbol x1, x2, x3, x4 up to x6. And corresponding to that, you can write the code length also. So the code length is Ni, or individual length is taken as small l. So just count the number of bits in the code word. 00, it is 2 bits. 2 bits, 2, 3, 4 and 4. So once you form this table, even you can form the average length here itself from the table. What you can do is, average length is L bar, which is nothing but probability multiplied with Ni value. That is 0.3 into 0.2. You can write it 0.6. 0.25 into 0.5. 0.2 into 2. 0.4. 0.12 into 3. How much it is? 3 2s are 6. 3 1s are 3, 4. So it is 0.46. 0.24. 0.2. So like that, you can directly multiply here itself with the probability and the number of bits in the code, so that you get L bar. L bar is nothing but, you find the average means just you have to add all these values. Instead, I have written the formula here. L average is summation of probability of the individual symbol into number of bits in each and every code. Either you can write it like this and add this. This is the same as in the table. So add this, you get the average length. So once you know the average length, find what is the entropy. Formula for entropy is the probability into log to the base of 1 by probability. This you have already done in the calculation of the entropy in the first part of the first unit. While we calculated the mutual information and all, no, there itself we have done a problem. So make use of this formula for calculating the entropy. Then to find the efficiency is h of x divided by L bar, which is 2.36 divided by 2.38. So it comes around 0.99. In terms of percentage, multiply with 100. So it will be 99%. And to find the redundancy is gamma. It is 1 minus of eta value. Just subtract this and you will be getting the value for the redundancy of the Shannon-Fano coding for this specific 6 symbols of this much amount of probabilities. Is it okay? Shall I go for the next coding technique? Huffman coding. Okay, ma. Okay. I have got many responses. So, almost the second half of your Huffman coding will be the same. That is getting the average length, your entropy, finding the efficiency, and finding the redundancy and all. You are going to make use of the same formulas. Only difference is to find the code word, how to assign the code word for the symbol. That is going to be the difference between your Shannon-Fano coding method and the Huffman coding method. So here we will see how the code word is generated, how we assign the code word for a symbols given by means of Huffman. Okay. I think for easier understanding, and we can go for the same set of probabilities what we have chosen earlier. So let us have the same probabilities given. We'll solve those probabilities by means of Huffman. Okay. So 0.3, 0.25, 0.2, 0.12, 0.08, 0.05. So these are the probabilities. So first thing is, whatever may be the probability given in any problem statement, the first thing you are supposed to do is You have to write in the descending order. So don't forget that. In the problem, they won't give in the specific order, they give randomly. First symbol can have the probability of 0.2, second symbol may have 0.08, third symbol may have 0.3, fourth may have 0.05. It can be of any order. So the first step you are supposed to do, keep in mind that you have to write the probabilities in the table by means of descending order, in the order of descending order, that is the probabilities, and this is your symbol xi. Okay, so what we are going to do in Huffman coding, what is the procedure of Huffman coding is, you have to start with the below two probabilities, add these two probabilities and tell me what you are getting. Add these two probabilities. 0.13. Okay, this 0.13 is greater than this 0.12. Am I right? That is your X4 probability. X4 is 0.12. It is blurred. Now, I don't know what happened. Is it okay now?
Yes, madam.
Okay, ma. So, add these two probabilities, results with a probability 0.13, which is greater than this 0.12. So, what you are supposed to do is, take this 13 over here and bring this 12 to the below. Because each and every stage, if you proceed, you have to arrange that in the descending order one. Okay. So add these two and assign 13 over here. Add addition gives 13 here, and this is 12. Of course, this is 0.2. And this is 0.25 and this is 0.3. So this we call it as stage 1 or step 1 also you can write. Okay. So second step is you add these two probabilities. What is the resultant? Adding 0.13 and 0.2?
0.25.
Okay, 25. So this 2 has to be written below. Am I right? And adding these two results in 0.25. Already there is 0.25 and this is 0.3. So your 0.2 now comes over here. Now add the last two probabilities. Add the last two probabilities. 0.4.
5.
So this becomes now the highest, 0.45. So bring 0.3 here and 0.25 here. Okay. Hope you understand how I am writing it. From the first column, add from the bottom two probabilities, check whether it is greater than or less than the previous probability existing. If it is greater, take it to the above, or you can write it the below itself. Almost it will be greater. Okay. Next, you add these two, take it to the above because it is greater than 0.2. So what is the next step? Can anyone tell me what will be the next step? What you are supposed to do?
Add the last two.
Yeah, add 0.3 and 0.25. What is it? Adding these two.
0.55.
0.55. So it is obviously it is greater than 0.45. So bring 0.45 here. Okay. So now further no need to add it because binary has to be assigned. One should be 0, another one should be 1. Okay. So no need to add, but you have to assign the value. Okay. So upper one should be assigned what?
0.
0. Yeah. Upper one 0, lower one 1. Upper 0, lower 1. Upper 0, lower 1. Upper 0, lower 1. Upper 0, lower 1. Okay. Shall I proceed till this? Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? Or shall I proceed?
Proceed, ma'am.
Okay. Hope you understood what we have done. Just write the probabilities given in the problem in the descending order. Then start adding 2 probabilities from the bottom. Then check whether it is greater than or lesser. If it is lesser, leave it, write it at the bottom. If it is greater than, take it to the above level and bring the one which is lesser to the below level. So this is what we have done in all the cases. So wherever we have got the sum to be greater, got the because we are binary values. So start with 0 and 1. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Once again, the image has got blurred.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what happened. Just, now is it clear? Is it okay now? Yeah. Now, once again, what I am going to do is, I write the symbols x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. Next, I write the probabilities also once again. 0.3, 0.25, 0.2, 0.12, 0.08, 0.04. Next, what I am going to do is, I am going to trace the path. Okay, tracing the path is, where is 0.3? Starting from 0.3, this is the path, and here it goes, and the path of 0.3 ends with 0.55. Okay, so here 0.3 has assigned one 0 value, and this is ended up with 0.5 with the another 0 value. Okay, so here the trace path is 0, 0 for 0.3. Okay, we will see another path, then you can, I hope you can understand what and how I am writing it. Second probability is 0.25. So here the 0.25, you trace the path, you go along the arrow. So it goes here. The first bit is 1. What is the second bit? 0. Okay. So this 0.25 takes a path over here, 0.1, and it ends up with 0. So the trace value for this is 1, 0. Next is 0.2 is the probability. Now track that path. Trace it. This is 1 and it goes here. It is assigned 1. Can you see? 0.2 starting here. This is the first bit assigned for 0.2. Then it results in 0.5 and it ends up with 1 over here. The last bit is 1. So the path for 0.2 is 1, 1. Coming to the next probability, 0.12. So 0.12, start tracing it, trace its path. So it is 1, it goes over here and it is assigned with 0, and this goes to here and then ends up with a 0.45, 1. So the path for 0.12 is 1 followed by 0 followed by 1. Can you get me? How I am getting the path and its code? 0.12 starts here. The first bit assigned to 0.12 is 1, 1. and it results in 0.25. The code assigned for 0.25 is 0, and this results in 0.45, and the code assigned for 0.45 is 1. Okay, so the path for 0.12 is 1, 0 and 1. So it is 1, 0, 1. Next, it is 0.08. So 0.08, first bit is assigned to 0. Then it goes here, it is 0. Then it goes here, it is once again 0. And then it goes here, and it is resulted to 1. 0.45 is assigned 1. So the path is 0, 0, 0 and 1. So 0, 0, 0, 1 is the path for 0.08. Next is 0.5. 0.5 is 1, and where it is going to? 0. Then further where it goes to? 0. And further where it goes to? Sorry, 0.5. 0.05 is 1. It goes to here 0. 1, 0, 0 and 1. 1, 0, 0 and 1. Is it okay now? Is there any doubt in tracking the path and writing the bits? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, shall I move on to the next step?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the next step is writing the code word. Code word is nothing but writing in the reverse order. That is MSB bit followed by LSB bit. Here, this is your MSB bit and this is the LSB bit. You have to write it in the reverse order. That is a mirror image of the bit being written. So this is 0, 0, and this will become 0, 1, and this is 1, 1. This is also mirror image is 1, 1, 0, 1, and this will be 1, 0, 0, 0. Just write the mirror image of the bit of the traced path. Then, as usual, find L 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Just count the number of bits in the code being assigned. Then you can find what? Average value of L, that is summation of I is equal to 1 to 6. Probability of xi multiplied with this ni value, that is the number of bits. Okay, Li is nothing but your ni. Okay, so just multiply 0.3 into 0.2, 0.25 into 2, 0.2 into 2, 0.12 into 3, 0.08 into 4, 0.05 into 4. So here you will be having the length to be 2.38 bits per symbol. Then find the entropy. Entropy summation I is equal to 1 to 6. Probability of xi log to the base 2 of 1 by probability of xi. So you know the probabilities. Substitute here, and this comes to 36 bits per second. As usual, find the efficiency. Efficiency is h of x divided by L bar. Sorry, 0.99. In percentage, it is 99%. Okay. Hope you understood how to find the Huffman coding method and get the efficiency and the redundancy. So these are the two entropy coding techniques, Huffman and Shannon-Fanon coding. Is there any doubt? So in your exam, you will be having problems based. Similar probabilities may be given, and you will be asked to find the entropy and the average length and the efficiency based upon the given probability. You have to calculate it. Is there any doubt, ma? Yeah, in both. Yeah, your doubt is both coding technique. We have to write it in the descending order only. Highest probability should be written at the first. Write it in the descending order. Yeah. Any other doubt? I have not yet taken the attendance. Okay, I have to. Is there any doubt? Or shall I close this and come to the Google screen to take the attendance?
Yes, madam.
Okay, ma. I'm exiting from this. Yes, answer attendance, please. Divya, you can unmute yourself and give
Then,
your
ma'am.
attendance. Divya. Okay, before that, I will
Then, ma'am.
stop recording.